Hello everyone and welcome to this week's art lesson. Now today we're going to be learning about the artist Takashi Murakami, who is a Japanese artist whose artworks reference Japanese popular culture but also Japanese traditional arts. And you might recognise his work with very bright colours and iconic symbolism, and particularly this smiling flower face motif that we're going to use today. He also works in fashion design and he's worked with art fairs and also supporting younger artists, so he's really an amazing artist. And particularly today we're going to be focusing on tracing, and I think that's really relevant when we think about popular culture, about how you might see the same thing a lot of times and you might feel quite over immersed, like say for example when you're at Piccadilly Circus. Now today we're going to need a pencil, 2 pieces of paper. I've got a black pen because it just helps to see what you're drawing on the paper above, if that makes sense, when we're tracing, so you might want to see what's behind through that paper. Anyway, it makes sense to the video. And we're going to use something to add colour with, so I've chosen watercolour paints, a water pot and paintbrush, but you might prefer to use colouring pencils or, I don't know, oil pastels or crayons, whatever you have, that's fine. And let's start by making the thing that we're going to trace. With a pencil, start by drawing a circle. Use something to draw around if it helps. Then carefully draw the petals and the face as well. Don't worry if this takes a few tries. When you're happy with one, draw over your pencil lines with a black pen. If you have a few on your page, you could cut just this one out to avoid confusion. Now to start tracing. Place the drawing you just did underneath your second piece of paper. Use a pencil to trace over the drawing you just did. Now move the drawing underneath to another position and trace over it again. Stop when you've filled up your page. If you want a challenge, try having a flower behind another. Remember not to draw over the one you've already drawn. Now to add colour. See if you can make each smiling flower different. One flower at a time, start to paint carefully inside each shape you've drawn. Remember to use different colours next to each other. Think about how the petals could make a pattern, like red, then blue, then red, and then blue, and so on. Okay, well I've stopped mine now and I found that quite weird having all these faces looking at me. And it made me think, well if they're meant to be smiley faces, mine don't look very smiley, but if they're meant to be smiley, maybe we could do other expressions as well. And also with the first drawing you did, maybe you could use that in a different way. Maybe you could draw something else and trace that too. And if you did enjoy that, here are 3 more of Murakami's artworks. And have a wonderful week, and I'll see you all soon. Goodbye!